So if you've been watching this Fixer Diary, you'll know in part 1, I was telling you that I managed to pull off a small miracle when I got my guest out of jail in the nick of time to perform on live television for the BBC. One of the phone calls I had to make that morning was to the record company exec, Damien, who also happens to be a very good friend of mine, still is. And Damien was obviously concerned that this story might get out into the press, and I assured him that that would not be the case. Not only are we good friends, but there's professionalism and all that jazz. So subsequently, post-show, we were chatting on the phone and Damien said to me, you know, you're supposed to be coming to the Grand Prix next week. And I'm like, I am? And he's like, yeah, you were coming to the Grand Prix and I insist you come. In fact, you have to come and you have to go shopping before you go to the Grand Prix. And I was like, that's not necessary. But he insisted. In fact, he said, you're not going to the Grand Prix unless you go out on a shopping spree. And back in those days, record companies used to spend quite a good bit of money on us, on these little jollies. And that one was something else. That particular post-Oxide Neutrino drama was a very interesting, fun event. I fly to London, I get into my hotel, and there's a £500 gift certificate for me to spend next door at Urban Outfitters. I go shopping because, of course, Damien insisted on it, or I wasn't to get to go to the Grand Prix. And then the next morning, pre-breakfast, a black limousine picks me up, ushers me off to some fancy hotel in the middle of the English countryside. And then there's a champagne breakfast. My friend Phil was there, who was on the opposing channel on ITV, on CD UK, and a whole bunch of other people. We have a champagne breakfast, we then get put into helicopters, and we get helicoptered into the middle of the Grand Prix in Silverstone. Then we get ushered into a box, like a private box, and for the rest of the day we were just served by these white hand glove waiters. It was probably one of the most funnest experiences ever, because all the people on that particular jolly are all very cool TV people and some of my oldest pals. In fact, I know you're out there. It's just been so long since we've seen each other. But thanks to Oxide and Neutrino and their drama in Glasgow getting arrested, or at least not both. Oxide was a very quiet, nice chap. Neutrino, on the other hand, he had Scottish family, so he was a little bit more unpredictable, shall we say. Anyway, that's the end of that story. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and then there'll be more to come if you want to keep joining me on the Fixer Diaries. Take care. See you next time.